Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here, and it's Friday the 17th of February. Thanks for watching once again. As always, this site's kept free of charge by the adverts that you see around. So if you see an advert that you like on the site here, please click on it, go through to the advertiser. It generates revenue for us, and it shows the advertiser that you're interested in what we're doing. And also it means that it increases traffic through the site, which means that we can go to potential sponsors and advertisers and get them to sponsor the site further, which means it stays free of charge for everybody. It's a pretty good idea, isn't it, that? And it seems to be working fairly well at the moment, thanks to you watching and also telling all your friends about us. Now, lots of talk about drought in the news over the last 24 hours, and I'm going to be looking at that in more detail and what the precipitation holds in store for the next month. Are we really going to be faced with this drought situation? Before that, though, we'll get a more detailed look at the weather over the next 7 days to 14 days. And really, things are dominated by the jet stream. We're welcoming the jet stream back after an absence of some weeks as that area of high pressure built in, bringing colder conditions. It's on its way back now. All the charts are showing it, and what I'm showing you here is the 7 to 10 day mean of the 500 millibar flow. Now, those of you who've watched regularly will know and be used to this chart. However, if you haven't, the 500 millibar surface is about 18,000 feet in the atmosphere, and what we do is we treat that level 500 millibars exactly the same as we treat the surface of the ground. Now, what happens is when you draw on the actual heights of that surface, which varies day to day, you actually get solid lines on a chart, such as drawn here. They act like isobars on the surface chart, so the closer together the lines, the stronger the winds, and it enables us to be able to get an idea as to where the jet stream is. Now, the higher the heights, the warmer the air is underneath it. The lower the heights, the colder the air is underneath it. So it enables us to see the jet stream quite easily. Now, the chart that's in front of you is the mean of the 500 millibar heights from 7 to 10 days hence. So that's from next Friday through to the following Monday. Where colours are shown in red, such as here, that shading, that means that heights are above normal for the time of year. Where it's in blue, that means that they're below normal for the time of year. So generally this is colder air, this is warmer air. Now, what we've got here are two models, ECMWF on the left, the GFS on the right. And you can see how, here's the British Isles under here. Look how close together the lines are here. That indicates the jet stream is flowing across the Atlantic through the British Isles next Friday to Monday during the mean of that period. Compare it with the GFS makes more of a ridge look through the northern parts of the British Isles and centres this centre of high heights over France, whereas the ECMWF has it just northwest of Portugal. Now, the difference between the two is that with this ridge being more pronounced, it pushes the jet stream further north, as you can see here. And the effect of that is that the jet stream being further north is that the weather across the British Isles isn't quite so mixed as it would be given the ECMWF solution. You see, if the jet stream's over the top, that means the conditions are generally damper. So we're not exactly sure where this jet is going to be positioned. I kind of favour the idea of the ECMWF, probably of it being somewhere across southern Scotland, which means that Scotland, the far north of England, northern parts of Ireland, probably get into the unsettled category, whereas down towards the south, so most of England and also Wales, we tend to stay in dry conditions and under high pressure. Let's just have a look at the charts and see what happens. Okay, so these are the ensemble charts that you can get from the site that you're on now. If you go to the top of the screen, click on weather charts, and then down the left hand side here you've got various different models available to you. If you come down and click on the the GFS ensemble and click on rain, that gives you a rain and pressure chart. These go in 12-hour steps, and this is the position as of today at noon. And you see, high pressure is off the southwest of the country. We've got low pressure up towards the north, and this is an area of rain that's moving in from the west during the course of this afternoon. Now, here's midnight tonight, and notice how the isobars have got closer together across Scotland, northern England, northern Ireland. So windier conditions there, but drier to the south. And the wind's still staying fairly light, but just look, this band of heavier rain is moving into Scotland, and then through tomorrow morning it's clearing its way southeastwards. So that's the position at midday tomorrow. We're expecting some rain to have passed southeastwards through much of the country. By midday tomorrow it's probably through East Anglia, the Midlands, Wales and southern parts of England. Now, on the northern edge of this, it is bringing in much cooler conditions. You see here how the isobars change direction. The winds are coming in from the west or northwest, so this is the cooler weather plunging its way southwards through the British Isles. By midnight on Saturday into Sunday, rain has cleared away from the south. We've got this much cooler northwesterly flow. These are showers, snow showers affecting northern and western parts of Scotland during the course of the night. And I think as the winds decrease, which you can see happening here as the isobars get further apart, we are going to be seeing a widespread frost into Sunday morning. For Sunday morning, it looks as if it should be a dry, bright, frosty start to the day, and I think we'll find that most of Sunday stays that way with some pleasant conditions and good spells of sunshine. Increasing amounts of cloud though for western and northern parts of Scotland. You see the rain quite closely as we head into Sunday night and Monday morning, and then through Monday itself, a southwesterly flow picking up as high pressure drifts off towards the south. This southwesterly flow bringing in more moist air, and that means that there will be cloud and some outbreaks of rain coming into northern and western parts of Scotland, the north and the west of Ireland, and some of that could be quite heavy across western Scotland, where it will be quite windy too. Southwesterlies probably touching gale force on these western coasts. Elsewhere, I think we're into southwesterlies about 15 to 25 miles an hour typically. Overnight into Tuesday, so we find outbreaks of rain look affecting these western coasts of Scotland, the western parts of northwest England, western parts of Ireland too. And the reason is we've just got this flow that's coming up, look, from the Atlantic, this moist, mild flow developing from the Atlantic, and it just brings lots of low cloud and moisture and drizzle to these western coasts. Inland and eastern parts of the country, they should be drier and brighter with breaks developing in the cloud, although still quite breezy. Into Wednesday now, and still those western coasts look troubled by outbreaks of rain and drizzle. More eastern and southern areas tending to stay dry, but still quite breezy. Southwesterlies at 20 miles an hour. So I know we've got lots of farmers watching this who want to spray, and it looks as if really spraying conditions aren't great during the early part of the week, thanks to those winds. But as we get through in towards Thursday, we